Hello everyone, Silent here and welcome back to another Bugrock of the Week episode. Today we're going to be taking a look at a very weird and interesting bug having to do with the RNG of enchantment tables and fishing that basically makes it so that 50% of all of your books have feather falling on them, and it's actually kind of a different and strange bug that I've never really seen before, so hopefully you guys enjoy this episode of Bugrock of the Week. If you haven't seen the last episode, highly recommend checking that one out, as that is where we take a look at some wither boss bugs that can actually cause them to become immortal and also invisible as well. Not at all fun. Definitely check that one out before you ever consider fighting some withers in your world. But I think without further ado, let's hop into this episode, shall we? So this is a pretty mild issue that could actually have some bigger implications for the entire enchanting system and RNG system, or maybe it's just a small little bug. But basically what happens is every single book that you enchant with the enchantment table or get from AFK fishing or whatever you like will have a 50% chance of having feather falling 4 on it. And there's actually a perfect example. Sweet. So that is in itself pretty harmless. However, it's fairly annoying once you get half a double chest full of feather falling 4 books. So what I did to prove this is I did 2 tests of 40 books each, as you can see from this double chest and this one here, and basically all of the books in the upper half of this double chest have a feather falling 4 on them, and all of the ones in the lower half of this chest do not. So it's literally like a 50% chance. It's kind of incredible. So it's not just that you have a 50% chance to get feather falling from the enchantment table, it's also a couple different things. If you're pretty eagle-eyed, you might notice that every single enchantment book with 3 enchantments or more will have a feather falling on it, which is very interesting. We can look at all these books down here in the bottom row, and none of these have 3 enchantments, which is pretty interesting. We can check out this double chest as well. None of these ones have 3 enchantments on them, and none of these have feather falling 4. And if you're even more eagle-eyed, extremely eagle-eyed, then you might notice that every single enchantment book with 4 or more enchants has feather falling and also blast protection on it. Really eagle-eyed person on the bug tracker noticed that one. So very peculiar. I would encourage you to look through your enchantment book storage and see if you can find a book with 3 or 4 enchantments that does not have those 2 things on them, feather falling or blast protection. I'm interested to see if you guys can find one. Okay, so now that I've rambled on for a couple minutes showing you guys the bug, let me actually demonstrate it by enchanting 18 books, and we'll see just how many of these actually have feather falling 4 on them. As you can see, this one's got 4 enchantments, has feather falling 4, and also blast protection on it. That is a great start. And there you go, it's literally a clean 50-50 cut. All of these enchantment books on top do not have more than 3 enchantments on them, and all the ones on the bottom have either 3 or more and also have a feather falling 4 on them. All the ones with 4 enchantments have a blast protection 4 on them. This one has 5, which is pretty cool, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Really crazy little bug. So it's not just enchanted books either, it also happens with boots. So I enchanted 18 in diamond boots. All the ones on the bottom do not have feather falling. All the ones on the top do have feather falling. So let's demonstrate this one as well. Well, that one's not even a 50-50 cut. As you can see, there's a really high percentage of boots that got a feather falling 4 on them. And of course, if this is enchanting boots, there's only so many different enchantments. But as you can see, the quantity of feather falling 4 is just way higher than it should be. And you never get feather falling 3, it's always level 4. So using an AFK fish farm, I also went ahead and did some AFK fishing, and as you can see, there's a pretty decent cut of feather falling here as well. All the books on top have 3 enchantments and have feather falling 4 on them as well. As you can see just from scrolling over them, all of the 4 enchantment books have feather falling and blast protection, and none of these lower books have more than 2 enchantments on them, and none of these have feather falling either. So pretty interesting little bug. I honestly do find this kind of fascinating. Like, how does this happen? What causes this to be a bug? So if you guys want some icing on the metaphorical cake of feather falling, then let me show you how feather falling just does not work. So it basically randomizes the amount of damage that you take from falling. That is 25 blocks above our head. We're gonna go ahead and teleport up here and just watch the health bar. Let's just fall down real quick. And as you can see, that time we took 2.5 hearts. Not too bad. Let's get some regeneration and go back up there. This time we lost 4.5 hearts. Kind of a lot. Let's go back up there and test this out one more time. That time we lost 5 hearts. I've seen this test lose up to 6 hearts, so it is completely randomized. Now, I'm not jumping or anything. There is a block above my head trying to fall straight down, and as you can see, it's just completely random. I did this exact same test. In fact, I tested all of this on Java Edition, and none of this is a thing. You always take a set amount of fall damage from falling on Java Edition. There is no randomization in how much damage you are dealt. Aha, there we go, 6 hearts. So anywhere from 2.5 to 6 hearts from falling from 25 blocks. So I know it's not quite the biggest bug in the world, but I did find this one interesting, and hopefully you guys did as well. As always, there are going to be links to the bug reports down in the description of the video. Please do go upvote them and leave some comments. Put some additional information on the bug reports as well. That way the moderators of the bug tracker and the developers know that these bugs are a real thing and we want them fixed, dang it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Please do leave a like if you did, share the series so that more people can learn about it, and subscribe if you guys are new so you don't miss the next episode. But I'll see you all down in the comment section and in the next one. And then there was silence.